Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope everybody's good. This case just keeps getting more insane to me, and with no information coming out, and them wanting to hold any information given out until November 1st, I think is the most insane thing I've ever heard. But with nothing new coming out, I mean, I don't know what, we're supposed to do except keep trying to figure out what's going on, keep trying to find out things we missed, and all of that. So, and I did. I mean, with me and Chad, I'm pretty sure we figured out, like, why everyone in all this is so suspicious. But this is just, our opinions. This is just my opinion. Do not take my word for it. This is for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, so you guys think for yourselves, figure it out, and we'll go from there. But I'm not gonna go in. I'm not gonna pop into the chat. So I'm like, it's hard for me to see what you're saying. But I mean, it's so great. I'll go over later and see what you guys have to say about all this. But all right, so let's get right into this. 90, 80. All right, this should be good. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. To when her mother was asking for everybody's help. But let's just check this out. Let's just start back here, okay?
Home. We're so scared and we miss her so much and we love her so much. And Kylie, we love you. And if you see this, please just come home. I want nothing more than to hug you. And if anybody else out there, if you know where she is, if you know anything about where she might be, if you have any ideas or thoughts, please come forward and share them. And we're not looking to bust anybody else or get anybody in trouble. We just want to see our daughter home.
Okay, is it just me, or did anybody see one tear on this lady's face? And I'm not trying to, attack the mom. I'm just saying, not one tear. That's crazy to me. I feel like I'd be a wreck, and her reaction, she acted sad, but and I think when I get to the end of this, y'all will be on a full understanding of why these people act the way that they do. So that's the only thing I can come up with. Nothing else would make any sense, but this would make sense out of everything and everyone. So we'll get into that. Now, this is not going in order. This is just how I put it up there. So we're just going to re-examine things and just listen to things as we go. And then I think at the end, we'll all be like, yeah, well, I mean, at least I know I'm that way. It makes sense to me. Finally, something that makes sense.
I was at the party, and I was my first one. I was only there from 10:30 until 11 because my friend had a soccer tournament.
Oh, my bad.
In the morning, and we were only juniors at the time, so it was more like a senior party, and we didn't have that many senior friends. I did know Kylie. She went to Forest Charter with me. She was amazing. kids, I guess you could say. They were always stoned. Don't know if she was, because I never really talked to her. She loved music class. That's really all I know about her. I didn't hang out with her that much. I never really talked to her. I'd say there were like, if I had to guess, like 200 people there, but I don't know because I left really early. I was there and I did see Kiely right before I left. I was like walking towards the car and I was with my friends. One of my senior friends who's a guy, like he was with me the whole time. I was basically just clinging onto him because I was like scared to death because it was my first party and there were like a lot of people that I didn't know. And then I was with one of my other junior friends, the one who had soccer practice in the morning. And then one of my other senior friends, like the girl's older sister. And she drank a little bit. There was a lot of drinking there. I didn't drink anything because I'm a Christian and I don't like drinking. I only drink in Spain. Yeah, that's about all the information I have.
Does that not sound like a Sammy times 2? Like, that is such crap. You can tell. She's like, so it was my first party. I didn't know Kiely. I didn't talk to her. I didn't know her from, but I know she liked music. And it was my first party, but I was like, pretty much clung to my guy friend the whole entire time because I was scared to death because there was so much drugs going on there. Like, it's all, everybody, all these people are like, oh my God, there were so many drugs there. Think about all the stories we're getting from the teenagers. Oh my God, there were so many drugs there. There were such scary people there. Like, it was a freaking terrible place to be. It was like they make it sound like it was a Manson party, and it's the same story though. Like, Kiely is not here to speak for herself. So you got all these kids coming in and pushing this story, which we don't know if it's true or not. We don't know. Everybody wanting to say, well, she got drunk, she was on drugs, and shit happened. It was an accident. Like, no. No. I mean, you have enough evidence right now that points to, are you insane? No. Something happened to this girl, Okay. Just wanted to make sure y'all could see me. This was from Miss Harmony's Twitter page. Miss Harmony 58. But yeah, we don't know. Everybody's pushing that story on her, and we don't know if that's true or not, was what I was going to say. All right. This is from Nieva's page. Says, hashtag Kiely Rodni. Sammy girl, you do know you're messing with police investigation by taking it upon yourself, right? Suspect as F. This speech legit annoys the heck out of me. Okay, so let's listen to our little friend Sammy.
Because if there's with no parents, no media, and no adults at all, no police, because if there's that pressure from all of those sources on these kids, that could be what could be leading them to not share information. And that's all we need right now is any information. So if there's any teens out here that want to be a part of that, I will take you one by one into this van right here. Sorry, that seems creepy or something. I don't know. I'm really just trying to help. I've been doing a lot right now. It's a little stressful, but I'm been holding myself together. Thank you for all of your posts and reaching out. I'm on the Kiely account and reading out everything. You've seen everything. You're recording everything. So between the teen talk that's going on in Tahoe City today, I wanted to reiterate this to all of the adults, all of the parents. Please do not come to this. You can drop off your kids, but drive away. Drive away as far as you can so that they cannot see you cannot see them, you cannot hear anything. I am in contact with the deputies, I'm in contact with the detectives, I'm in contact with the FBI, everybody. I am the person these kids need to be going to, and I've had a lot of people come to share that we need more. Anybody that knew about the party, learned about the party after, knows anything at all. If you knew somebody who went, you knew somebody who was planning on going, you knew any drugs or alcohol that was there, you knew somebody who brought somebody, anything at all. Even if you do not go, you do not know Kylie, you never met Kylie, you have no idea what's even going on, you knew about Prosser, please come to me. Like, this is what I look like.
Real quick, did you just hear what she said? If you know anything about Prosser, please come to me. This chick, you know, and the crazy thing is that it's not just her, but she's like the ringleader for the teens that were involved. And, you know, I think when I play the stuff that's at the end of this video, I think, you know, I mean, it explains why nobody is talking, and it spreads into so many different areas and departments and all that. It's the only thing that could make any sense, or at least in my opinion. I'm so sick of trying to rack my brain and like, why is everybody in this case suspicious? Why is everybody involved suspicious as shit? And after so long, we came up with one solution. I mean, one possibility, I'm saying. So it's super, super crazy to me. Oh, but anyway, I mean, if you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new here and haven't done so already. This case has been a lot of combing through craziness, a lot of nut jobs coming out of the woodworks and like trying to involve themselves and put bullshit out there, like, you know, trying to fake accounts, and it's just crazy. It's crazy when you're really trying to just, you know, help this young lady who lost her life, and you have to deal with all these a-holes that want to mess around. So, you know, whatever. All right. The mother, and this guy put this out, Cinema Shogun. He says, the mother of Kiely Rodni was clearly addressing the trolls spreading misinformation about her daughter when she made this statement. Yet people are trying to spin her words into something else. Here's the actual clip and not a false narrative created. Right. Hold on. I'm going to get you some sound. Right.
Try to recognize. To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online, I ask you to take a moment to look inward and to try to recognize your motive. Remember the three gates that all words should flow through. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? I implore you to remember that there is honor in silence and there is kindness in minding your own business. You are talking about the death of my child. To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online,
yeah,
I ask you to...
We are talking about the death of her daughter because nobody around there seems to care about it. That's why everybody's talking about it. Like, if everything wasn't so suspicious as it is, people wouldn't be, you know, you beg the nation for help, and then when everybody got involved and put everything into it, then you want to tell everybody to mind their business.
And she's kind of acting like it's a closed case when it's open.
Right.
Like, you want the word to get out there.
Well, you'd want to know, especially with everything being so suspicious. Like, you would want to know what happened to her. I don't know why, you know. I mean, it makes sense, though, it makes sense what we've finally come to. It's weird, too. A lot of people said it's weird that, like, people were walking by her while she was making this speech. And it's weird that, like, nobody looked over at her. It was like she wasn't even there. You know, wouldn't you at least, like, notice somebody or be like, oh my gosh, that's her mom, we're at her memorial, like, and, like, be looking at her, you would think? It's weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? A lot of people were talking about that. And this was Sammy and Mags at the memorial. Look at how I don't know why she would dress like that to go to a memorial. Look at her.
People are saying Mags looks sad. She does kind of look sad, but...
Well, she's smiling.
Yeah, not in that picture. She doesn't, but...
Right. I don't know. And her dress
She looks like a little cult girl, if you ask me. Like, that's a weird old hippie kind of dress, kind of. Compared to Sammy's. Look at Sammy's.
Yeah. Well, there's something really wrong with Sammy. For sure. And then this came out. Legacy put this out. I found this picture in one of Kiely's meta groups. Here's an Instagram post from another friend of Kiely's. And she is in a back seat. And it says sleepy, which, you know, but it's weird that she's in the back of the car.
A lot of people were saying that's a couch, too. It could be a couch. I'm not sure.
No,
let us know what you think.
Pretty sure that's definitely a car. Yeah, it's definitely a car.
Back seat or front?
Yeah, back seat. Because here's the other seat in the front. And she's laying on the back seat, and there's the side of the door. Yeah, but my thing is this. Look at this white shirt.
It looks like it's tied around her neck.
It looks like it's around her. Well, you can't see on this side, but like if she were using it as a pillow, it wouldn't be only here and then hanging all the way down.
And the brown strip.
And I don't know what this is. Do you guys know what this is? It's like a...
That's an odd picture, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's weird. And I want to know what you guys think about this white shirt because she's obviously clearly not using it as a pillow. It's not in the right spot to be a pillow. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Like, I guess... And her friend wrote this to her under this picture. I'm so sorry, Kiely. I wasn't there when you needed me. I miss you so effing much. You were a better friend than I could have ever deserved, but despite that, you were there for me when no one else was. And you saved me. Listening to music in the car, going climbing, or doing whatever else with you were my best days. The days that I always looked forward to the most, and the days I will dream about now. I hope you are resting easy, surrounded by all the love you have from your friends and family. You are an absolute treasure, Kiely Rodni, and I will never stop thinking about you. But it's weird because her friend posted that to her, and she's like, I'm so sorry, Kiely, that I wasn't there when you needed me. Because clearly she can see that nobody was there for this girl.
That was the girl that was crying at the thing?
Yeah, I think that's the girl that was, like, pretty sure that's the girl that just got back who was, like, abroad or whatever. But she was the only girl who cried when she was making her speech at her Celebration of Life memorial or whatever. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about that because that's a super sketchy picture. Like, was that taken that day? Was that taken that night? Like, when was this picture taken? And what is this? Let me know what you guys think. Okay. I was talking to Chad's mom earlier because a long time ago, years ago, she got into an accident and her car flipped and it ended upside down in a river. Okay? And everything, like, came out of her car. She had this big purse and it was heavy. She always kept everything in it, her jewelry, her wallets, everything. And her purse floated out of the car and somebody went to look for it right after, like, she left the area. Right after that, and they walked out, like, went up and down the river, could not find it. And I know it's a river, because Chad said, like, there's a current and stuff. Yeah. But I mean, do you honestly think that all this stuff, like nothing would have floated out of the car?
Right? Like, there's not one thing in the car that would float
Like
to
a
the
brush,
top, come out.
you think would float when the car went into the water and the windows being down? Like,
I don't know about a brush, but like
the
other
brush,
things, maybe the cell phone
the charger.
a water bottle full of water that that would.
I mean,
float,
it's.
wouldn't it?
I don't know. I thought about that can though,
That is
because
super
like,
weird.
definitely if the can was empty, it would have floated. But I don't know, But it just seems so weird that it's all just like right there by the open window, but never went out the window. That's all I'm saying about that, because I don't know about that.
Super weird that they didn't like come back and look and search for the stuff and just left it there. That's crazy.
They didn't come back and get anything, and now I think it makes sense as to why. But yeah, it was like nobody could believe it from the very beginning. This whole case has been run like nothing we've ever seen. It's been the most bizarre, shit-handled case.
I would want my daughter's stuff. I wouldn't. That's crazy.
Yeah,
and how it was all just like in that one spot.
That is super weird. What do you guys think? I mean, it's all right there. Like, right there. I think that's just a little strange to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's what I think.
That's why this case is so big. There's so many questions, and
yeah,
it's just way too
all
much
right.
weird stuff.
Sleuthy Goosey put this out. Quote from Kiely Rodni's grandfather. Article written 8/9/2022. David Robertson, 70, Kiely's beloved grandfather, said the situation is like a bad dream. The family said she lives in the back country at a lodge hotel run by her mom, and they do not believe she ran off the road. David told the Sun, she is tough. She was able to hop in a car and know that road, no problem, where other people might not have wanted to drive down it. She has her own snowmobile, she has her driver's license, and has been driving for months. Again, somebody knowing her as good as her grandfather, like, even he's like, okay, this is super sketchy. Like, I do not believe this is what happened to my granddaughter. But if now everybody is pushing that scenario.
Right, but look at Paul Walker and that. I mean, accidents do happen, right? You could be the best driver in the world, and something could happen.
We don't think that's what happened to Paul, so.
Right.
So, but yeah, even he. Yeah, thank you.
You want me to grab the phone? You want me to grab the phone?
If you want to, grab the phone. So yeah, so you can check in on this chat, please. But yeah, I mean, he would know her of all people, right? So to have all this nonsense, I'm gonna step over here and check to see what's going on over here. How are you guys tonight? I mean, going over this case, it's crazy. AOS, that's what I'm saying. But you gotta be careful saying that these days, you get canceled. But yeah, I'm with you 100%. But no, in all reality, like, this is so insane. Love you, babe. Yeah, it's just, and listen, guys, I have been on this. I have been working on this all the time. Like, this takes up half of my day, most of my day, really. And it's just crazy. So please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not done so. It really helps the channel. And there is, anybody wants to, there is a link in the description just to donate. It'll help the channel out and help us out. So anyway, back to this. I don't understand why people are wanting this to. I don't understand the mother, first of all, saying what she said. There is not honor in silence. Silence is being a coward and not standing up for your daughter. That is what silence is getting her. Nothing. There is kindness in minding your own business. No, you begged everybody for help. Then we got involved and now we care. And now you just want to be like, oh, forget it. We got this. it's a little, clearly, you don't got this. Okay? Okay. Now, I want to go back real quick to, Lindsay did an interview. Oh, when is it?
Pull that video back up of Kiely's mom talking and watch the lady in the cloak walking around. Like, who wears that? My mom wants you to pull that back up.
What?
Yeah.
What'd she want?
See if you notice the lady walking around when Kiely's mom's speaking.
Oh, back here?
When she was... Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. Let me check this out real quick. Oh, no, that's the picture.
They probably missed it, too, so see if anybody catches it.
All right, let's see.
To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online, I ask you to take a moment to look inward and to try to recognize your motive. Remember the three gates that all words should flow through. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? I implore you to remember that there is honor in silence and there is kindness in minding your own business. You are talking about the death of my child.
This lady over here in like a gown.
To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online, I ask you to take a moment to look inward.
Look at this, guys, way
and to
back
try
here.
to recognize your motive.
This lady is in like an evening gown.
Remember the three gates that all words should flow through.
It's got a,
Is it
it's
kind?
got a long,
is it true?
what do you call
Is
it, like
it
a train
helpful?
on it.
I implore you to remember that there is honor
Why
in
would
silence
somebody be there like
and there is
that?
kindness
Dressed like that.
in minding your own business. You are talking about the death of my child.
Exactly. We're talking about trying to figure out how the death of your child happened. Because nobody else seems to want to do that. Okay. I pulled this, well, I found this. I found it, but I put it up here. What do you guys think about this right here? To me, this is the back of Kiely's car. To me, here and right here look like her car was hit with another car in the back of it. I mean, doesn't that look like chipped paint? To me, it does. It was a silver car. It's clearly not like dust particles or dirt particles flying around because it's in a bunch of pictures taken at different times. You know what I mean? Or different, you know what I mean? So, does that not look like dark black paint chips? I don't know. Chad says, he's like, you don't know if that's what that... No, I don't know, but doesn't it look like that? At least...
Grandma kind of like just insulted your video.
Why?
Could have had a better video. Like, a message saying Christy could have had a better video.
Okay. So, I don't know. That's just me. Can you guys all see this okay? Yeah, I know. It may not be nothing, but I'm just saying. It's something I had saved on here, so... Okay, I'll go back to that one because that one's interesting. Sleuthy put this out. You cannot hide that hair. Is someone protecting their sibling? There's protection going on here, and without a doubt, several someones know what happened to Kiely. I truly believe that. Could he be involved? Sure could. Sheriff Moon. I'm telling you, when I get to, I think it's all connected. I think and this is just my opinion, but I think all these shady characters are involved and all connected in one way.
Oh, say that again.
It looks like it goes down her arms. Sorry, guys.
We're getting inside information live.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're on a delay, but yeah, I'm on right now. Sorry, guys. Let me pull this back up real quick. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. All right, bye. Sorry about that, guys. Jeez. Okay, so she was saying, I guess I can't clearly see it from here. I gotta pull up I know, I don't know why it's so small. I gotta pull up a different video. But she's telling me that this lady right here, it's a cloak of some kind. She said that is a big ass cloak. So I gotta pull up. She said on another video you can see her walking across the lawn with it. So that
I'm dumb.
That,
what is a cloak?
A cloak, like Harry Potter, the wizard cloaks and things that they have.
Oh yeah, that is
like the invisible
weird.
cloak. Yeah.
All right.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, so we'll check that out. But it would make sense if this is what, we think it is. So sorry, I had to keep going back to that. Jeez. All right. Yep, I just took a snapshot, or I took a thing of this from Twitter. Shannon Moon, the Nevada County Sheriff, coroner, and public administrator. Isn't that weird how that happens in places like that? Like, who is the sheriff, the coroner, and the public administrator? You got 3 jobs. You couldn't hire somebody else to do them jobs. Isn't that like a conflict of interest? You would think it would be, for sure. Okay, I'm not going to play this. I should. No, I can't. I can't even show that. I'll get in trouble. Okay. Now, don't think I'm crazy. Go with me here, okay, guys? The occult world, and listen to me. This is why I think this, but you guys can tell me. All right, Beelzebub is the prince of demons. Beelzebub, originally an idol of the Canaanites, means Lord of the Flies. Do you guys remember Sammy referring to the party as the Lord of the Flies? This is why this ties in.
That was the party at the supposed party. Right?
Yeah, that night.
Sanctuary.
She kept calling it the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Which
is weird. The Prince of Demons, The name is a distortion of Beelzebub, the chief Canaanite?
English is tough.
Yeah, it is. Lord of the divine abode, or Lord of the heavens. Beelzebub manifests either as a gigantic ugly fly or as a monstrous being of great height on a giant throne. In his latter guise, he has a swollen face and chest, huge nostrils, horns, bat wings, duck feet, and lion's tail, and a covering of the thick black hair. But the Beelzebub has been a feared and formidable demon from the earliest accounts of him. He was the prince of demons in Hebrew belief at the time of Jesus. The Pharisees accused Jesus of exorcising demons in Beelzebub's name, for according to belief, the power to expel unclean spirits was gained through pacts with demons. The incident is recounted in Matthew 12:24-9, Mark 3:22-7, and Luke 11:14-22. And the scribes, which came down from Jerusalem, said, He hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of devils casteth he out of devils, and he called them unto him. So, if we all think about this, right, from the beginning, with everything not making sense. So the parents acting the way that they did, well, the mother acting the way that she did, where they were having these hangouts where it was like partying and singing and dancing and music. And, you know, that all would make sense if they were a member of this big cult, if they were all connected. The cops, the local police departments, her parents, all these teens' parents, all these teens being involved, all their parents being involved with these drug-fueled.
Yeah, somebody was saying the 1, 2, 3.
Stop doing that. Like, making me lose what I'm saying. All of these drug-fueled, you know, alcohol parties where all these fights like, this is all set up. These kids do this all the time. The parents are obviously okay with it, which is why people are back there doing it again. All this stuff would make sense. You know, I don't trust any of these characters, any of them, period. Purple is a big color for sacrifice, okay? There was her flags were purple at the party. Now that doesn't mean anything. I'm not saying, but I'm saying, okay? That's just out there, right? The way the things that they had an altar at the memorial. They had the Palo Santo sticks. They like cleansing and all of that. It would make sense if they were a cult. It would all make sense. The lifestyle that the parents lead, like the hippie-ish lifestyle and the, you know, like love as you go and whatever, that would all make sense if they were a cult. Everybody wanting to sweep this under the rug would make sense because everybody around is involved in the cult. And that's why it would make sense if when the lady was talking, and she was like, you teens, you are our future. You are our future. You have an army behind you. Yeah, you're the future of the cult. You have the whole cult behind you, which who knows how far that is. I mean, some cults spread out states, you know. It's crazy. But everything would make sense if Kiely was sacrificed. And Lord of the Flies, it was those kids who were on that deserted island, and they had to like kill each other, and like, you know, it was all every man for himself, and there was sacrifices in the book. There was, you know, that would all make sense. And her referring to the party as Lord of the Flies would make sense that, you know, they carried out Kiely's sacrifice, and that's why the teens are being protected by the cops and the parents, and nobody wants to say anything. And, you know, everybody who's not in the cult is like scared to death to come forward because there's so many of them involved. I mean, doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, like witchcraft stuff,
I mean, it
right?
makes
if you
total
look into
sense.
It's pretty crazy.
And that would explain why the speech was weird at Kiely's ceremony the other day, or memorial or whatever, when the lady was like, this had to happen. Like, this was a journey that we all had to go through and experience together. This had to happen to equal out the balance. It would all make sense why nobody has any emotion. Because
and I feel like your next topic
she was
with
sacrificed.
Kind of fit into this too.
Yeah, and those cards, I got them right here.
Like I haven't heard anybody talking about.
Oh
the
no,
cards
I don't. Yeah, I do right here.
That were found.
So the cards that were found was like Cards Against Humanity, which I didn't even know what that was. So we Googled it, and it said like it's a card game for horrible people. So we were like, what? So we clicked on it, and it's like real like dark and like dirty.
But it's
and
a drinking game, right?
Yeah, it's a drinking game. But it's like dirty, and like some things are dark, and you know, like that's what these kids are playing. No wonder they're all, you know.
Like, look at some of the cards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty. Like, you're supposed to fill in the blank. Like, one of them was like cocaine for lunch, but there was no blank to fill in. And it's like, I don't know what that's all about.
There's something about killing your husband.
Yeah, like, I'll murder my husband if blank. And it just weird shit like that.
Yeah, we didn't play them games when we were teenagers. I don't know.
Right.
If you did, let us know.
Well, I never did. For sure. Never even heard of such a thing.
It's a fun game. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Maybe. Well, I'm just saying, when you got kids that are, and listen, this is just our opinion. Like, don't take this for word. This is not fact. But when you got kids that are being trained by the occult to live in the occult lifestyle, like, yeah, it would make sense that they're doing all this shit. Everything, if you think about these guys, and I wanted to say this. I don't know, and I'm talking about all the outside people that have been involved in this story. Like, I don't know if I want to say it. Like the two people that the big stories were about. Like Xaname and Ictamel. They could have been involved in the cult, and they were trying to push, this was an accident. They were trying to push, introduce these drug people, these people who are like, oh yeah, there was drugs there and it was crazy, and maybe it was. But if she was sacrificed, like, that's the only thing that would make any sense out of everything, because that's why nobody had any emotion. And the kids were the ones that were supposed to sacrifice her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because she was, no. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, keep
Say
going.
something.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's just crazy. There's so much, information that's getting out there. We don't know what to believe, what is true and what is not. You gotta really dig, and it's stressful. It is very stressful.
It is very stressful. But real quick, I want to point out some of this stuff. So this was from August 21st, 2022, the interview that Lindsay did with the news lady. Okay, so she said she knew something was wrong when she got that text from Kiely. But then she goes, I knew something was wrong when I got that text message, but then I went to bed. And I didn't wake up until the next day and realized that she was never home. Like, you know why we didn't buy that? Because no normal people think that way.
Well, we could say bad parenting, but we won't go there.
No, because, normal people wouldn't think like that. If your 16-year-old's
I'd wake
out
up for sure.
and it's midnight and she's at a party, like, are you going to go to sleep? No. But anyway.
Especially they were going camping the next day, right?
They were going somewhere.
Yeah, I think camping, I'm pretty sure.
So she said she got the text at 11:30 and she was planning on leaving in 45 minutes. One of the reasons, this is what the mother had said, one of the reasons she had sent that text was because we had agreed on a 12:30 curfew that night. Leaving at 12:15, that would have put her home at about 12:45. She is so good at always reaching out and checking in to let me know she was going to be late. No, she had already just talked about her daughter in the past tense. Like, she already knew she was gone. She is so good at always reaching out. So there's that. And she said that the last time that her mom actually saw her was Friday morning. Was the last time she physically saw Kiely. And then
Salty says it's not children of the corn, it's children of the woods.
Yeah, children of the woods in the occult.
Yeah.
And then this is what she says about the teens in that interview. So she says, our teens' response is overwhelming. Teens coming forward they are filled with courage. Our youth deserve a lot of praise and recognition. They have a lot of courage. It's scary to do hard things. It's scary to face this head on. And they are doing so like champions. What's scary to face? What's scary to face head on? Sacrificing a young lady? Is that what takes courage to face this? Is that what takes courage to face this head on? It's just all the praise, you got to think, all the praise that these teens get from these people is insane. Like, none of us free thinking people would, we don't think that way. We're like, these teens are full of crap and they know something, and there's no way we'd be, defending them for sure. Not if this was your daughter or mine.
Richard thinks that she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant because
I
why
don't-
would she go to a party like that with drinking and...
Well, if she was lured there, that would have been a different story. But I don't know. I heard that around, but I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. And then if you got to think the mom at the lady at the memorial defending those teens like that. Oh, these teens are so great. Nobody gets it done like these teens, she says. They are amazing. These teens deserve, whatever, like peace and happiness, basically. And it just as much, that's why this makes sense. That nobody is sad about her passing. Why they're not thankful for AWP finding her. Because, it was meant for her to be gone. And then AWP found her and brought her back up, and now the world knows, and it was never supposed to be like that. They were just going to sacrifice her, and that's it. That they were, let's move on. And I think now that's why the mom is mind your own business, drop it, we got this, stop talking about this. But no, it's a little late for that, I feel like. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think the cult thing makes sense? Are we crazy or what?
A lot of people are agreeing, I mean, it is crazy. But
I mean, it's not really when you think about... Dude, if you Google it, do you know how many cults are in California? California is a mega for cults.
Jim Jones and the Donner Lake connection.
Oh yeah, I was
everything?
saying that too. I go, how bizarro is it that the Donner party, the Manson party, happened at Donner Lake, happened right in that area. Cults are popular there, and
that
wouldn't
guy
it make
got
sense?
everybody to drink cyanide. That was a
that
mass
Jim Jones
suicide.
guy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He killed 900 people. He told them to drink the Kool-Aid, and they drank it.
Yeah. We're being as safe as we can be. We appreciate that, though.
Yeah, thank you. But, I mean, come on. That makes sense, right? A cult. That's the only thing in my mind that could make any sense. And, listen, I don't know. I think SF is shady as shit. I don't trust any of these outside people that claim they're on the inside. You know what I mean? And because if they are, then they're all one of them. And now SF is also pushing, oh, it's an accident. It's an accident. Leave the family alone. Let them grieve. It's dude, and if that's true and you sacrificed this girl, then, that's not okay. You can't do that. You can't go around sacrificing people.
My theory in the beginning has always been that she OD'd and they tried covering it up. Well,
yeah,
Christy's well, why would they get rid of the car? Why would they do this? And questions pop up and...
Right. I mean, we all have our own opinions on what happened to Kiely. I mean, everyone in the world probably has their own opinion. But, probably has an opinion. But, they're not going to release any information. And if they're all connected to, we figured that there was connections between law enforcement and the medical examiner's office and the parents. But if you think, and if that connection is an occult thing, a dark thing, then, forget it, because these people will die for each other. It's crazy. And I don't know how I would feel if we were literally just left, we didn't get any answers, nothing, I don't know how, that's just crazy. You feel like you've dedicated so much time and you just want to help this girl, and then to not find out anything, or to find out something is a lie, it's just hard. Thank you, Salty. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm listen, that's the only thing I can think of that makes any sense. And if you put everything together, that's why Sammy, walks around like she does, and she's up there laughing, laughing and cut. Did you guys see where this lady was up there talking about her and talking about Kiely at, where was that? Oh, it was at that Country for Kiely thing, right? She was up there at the search thing, and Sammy had to cover her face and turn her head because she was laughing so hard. And it's like, it makes sense. Of course nobody has any emotion because they needed this girl gone. Maybe she was not one of them and they had to get rid of her. Or maybe, she knew things about certain people and, you just don't know. Like, we just don't know. But I do believe that this is an occult thing, and I think that's what connects everybody in this story. But that's just my opinion.
Has anybody figured out? Kate wasn't there, right?
At the memorial?
Right.
No, Kate was not there.
And she hasn't put out anything, like why she wasn't there?
I haven't seen anything.
The kids are just so suspect.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I'd be in jail. If that was me, I'd be behind bars. If I had a buddy and we went to a party and one of them was missing and they found him and come up, and I was the last person to see him.
You'd be suspect number one.
Yeah, they'd be holding me.
You'd be in it. Yeah, you would have been taken in that day. But that's when it makes sense, right? If you got all these people, especially, and if you don't think it's like possible, look it up and look at all these people that are like elites that are high up and judges and freaking senators and all congressmen and all this shit that are members of the occult. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, shit like this does happen, and this could be that. I mean, I don't know. That's just what I think. And I think that these teens, like, they had to do this. This was they had to carry this out. That would make sense. That's why everything's gone the way it's gone and nobody's speaking up. And the ones that I feel like aren't involved are like scared to death to say anything because everybody around you is a member. They're all connected. Yeah, you're a kid. Think about it, being like a 16, 17-year-old kid and not being a part of that. Like, you'd be scared to death to say anything because you think they'd kill you.
Thanks, guys. Show some love. Hit
Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not done so. And make sure after the video you leave comments in the video because apparently that's good for the algorithm. I didn't know that.
A lot of people are saying Kate and Jagger are sleeping together. There's been word on YouTube there's a picture. I haven't seen a picture.
I haven't seen it either, and I couldn't find it when I looked for it.
At the end of his bed or getting dressed?
Yeah, and he said they were she's sleeping together, which would not surprise me one bit. There's probably a lot of that going on, with these people. And you got money, and you got, darkness, and you got cults, and you got all that. That shit makes sense to me.
These cards, people are saying, what are these cards? These cards were found by Check It TV on the outside of her vehicle in the water.
Yep. But somebody had said that before, that they were in her car.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I still got that up. Sorry. I just keep talking. I know. What the heck is going on here? But, yeah, Beelzebub cult, man. Check it out. I mean, I don't know, but it would make sense. It's the only thing that would make any sense, I feel like.
How the heck is the net worth thing? We've been hearing that today, too, $400,000.
But do you know how many things can be faked?
And do you think she'd be driving around
in a Honda CRV?
Yeah, come on.
Right. I don't believe that. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't believe that shit. But anything can be faked. Look at all the people faking accounts, pretending to be. Chad was watching a video live last night. He goes, there was 3 Jaggers in the chat. Yeah. That's how crazy it is.
Well, yeah.
People just wanting to, be a part of this and just sick people, I feel like. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And again, if you guys want to, I do have a link down in the description below. You can donate. It really helps the channel. It'll help us grow. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it helped a little bit. I hope maybe it brought out something, you know, that maybe you didn't realize before. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you for everything.
You want to take a couple questions real quick?
Yeah, I'll take a couple questions. Let me grab the...
Is SF Sammy's dad?
I don't believe that one bit. I think that's... Listen, think what you want, say what you want. I don't believe it. I think that's crazy. I think you could put 2 pictures up of random people and you could be like, they look alike, and, you know, they don't even know each other. I mean, that's just... A lot of people look alike. So... Yeah, but I'll take a couple questions before I get off here. Yeah, her mom might be a high up on this occult. Like, listen to the way she talks. It's super weird. And you know, Tony, he looks like a cult guy, don't he?
American Tracer there?
Yeah, no, Tony the stepdad.
Oh.
Yep.
And somebody was saying he looked like Brian Laundrie. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that guy again. Crazy guy. Said that he was. I'm like, oh my God. Now you think you're losing it a little bit.
Well, that's the problem with the internet is you'll get so much BS that you won't. Most people don't know how to. You know.
Yeah.
Filter that out.
I don't see. That's the only thing I don't think. Like, I don't know. Like, about the dad. Like, her dad is so silent in all this. He seemed like the only one. Him and the grandpa seemed like the only one. Like, they were there. The dad, you know, everybody wanted to give him shit. Because they were like, oh my God, he just drove away off on his 4-wheeler. He didn't even wait to see. But, I mean, think about it. Think about it if it was your daughter, right? Like, you want to remember her as she was. Like, do you really want to... Nobody knows what state she was in. Nobody knows what she looks like. Like, she could have looked unidentifiable. That's why it took 2 days for them to release who it was. She could have looked really... You know, you don't know. But, I mean, that he didn't want that image in his head. And I understand that. As a mother, I get that. Like, I don't think I would want to see that. And you'd never get rid of that out of your head. That would always be there. You know? So I don't think he should have got shit for that. But that's my opinion. You know, everybody's different. I don't think I would have wanted that shit in my head. But the grandpa did stay there. So the dad is really the only one I'm in question. Like, I don't know about. Because he doesn't... You know, he stayed way back at the memorial. He, you know, he's not involved with the mother. From what I heard they don't get along at all. Like, I don't know if that's true, but, you know, maybe he used to be and he's not anymore. You know, who knows? But all right, guys, I'm going to end this. I hope you guys really like this video. Again, please share this because I really think that this will make sense to a lot of people. Like, this kind of stuff happens all the time. You know, and it's the only thing that ties everything in together.
Did Kiely graduate this year?
Yeah, she graduated this year. She graduated in May, I think it was. May or June.
Guys, we appreciate everybody being here. Show some love. Smash that thumbs up.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
And I will let me know what you guys think. And if you guys find anything interesting, you know, send it to... You can hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, or email. All right, everybody. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep asking them.